Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my channel. This is my random recipes. These are the desserts. I'm making cheesecake. Today's recipe is called Chocolate Royale Cheesecake. This is a fancy one, and hopefully it will live up to my expectations. Last time I made a super easy, super quick cheesecake. Today the pendulum swings completely the other way. This one is chocolate, so it already gets my vote. Let's go ahead and get started. Today we are starting off with my little food processor. We're supposed to crush up 18 Oreos. I have 18 Oreos in here. I'm not sure exactly if they'll all fit in my little food processor, but we're going to give them a try. This goes pretty quick. Okay, I think that's good. There's one chunk in there that's kind of big, but I think it'll be okay. Put them in a bowl, and to them we are going to add 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm going to stir in the butter. Yeah, there's a couple of Oreos that didn't get crushed. Just have to take matters into my own hands. I will press my crust into my Springform pan. A little bit of chunks there. It says just on the bottom, so it doesn't say to go up the sides. I want to make sure it's relatively even. So that looks good. So we've got our bottom covered. This is going to bake in the oven at 375 degrees for 10 minutes. In the meantime, we'll move on to our filling. In my bowl, I have 4 blocks of cream cheese. They are somewhat softened. So they're 4 8-ounce packages. So that comes out to 2 pounds of cream cheese. And to that, we are going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of flour, and then 8 ounces of chocolate chips that are melted and slightly cooled. In the meantime, we are going to add 1/4 cup of hazelnut liqueur. These are my chocolate chips that have been melted. I'll let them cool for a couple minutes while I do the eggs. So we're going to put our eggs in here. And I think so I can give my chocolate a few moments to cool down a little bit more. I'm going to start beating first, and then I will add the chocolate in a moment or two. Let's get the mixer going. Start off slow. I can smell the booze. It's not super strong, but I'm definitely getting a whiff of it. The only thing on my spatula is cream cheese, so that should be fine. Besides the chocolate, that is. The cream cheese is sticking in the beater, so we'll get it working. There we go. It's looking better. I'm going to try and get it filled nice and smooth. I don't want big old chunks of my cream cheese. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I think it's more or less homogeneous now. Scrape this down a bit. Let's give it just one more minute. I think that's about as good as we're going to get. As I said, I did use pan spray on my pan. I just didn't want to risk the chance that it was going to stick. Let's pour that in there. It's a little bit lumpy. I think we're going to call that good. I'm really messy today. So this is going to go into a 375 degree oven. It's going to bake for 55 to 60 minutes until the center is almost set. I'm not going to remove mine from the Springform pan because I'll be taking it with me to work. If you are going to take it out of the pan, they say to run a knife around the rim to loosen the cake, cool before removing the rim, and I'm supposed to refrigerate this for 4 hours or overnight. Then garnish with sifted powdered sugar, and it says mixed berries. I don't know, we'll see about the mixed berries, but I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I'll see you later. Bye. I am back, and yes, it's the second day. Altogether, the cheesecake baked up. I kind of lost track. I kept adding 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and I think it was right around 80, maybe even 85 minutes when it was finally done. I have a doggy at the door. All right, ta-da! All right, so it did crack across the middle a little bit. I'm not really that concerned about it because, you know, it's going to get eaten. I'm going to open this up a bit. I'm going to leave it in the pan because, as I say, it is going to work with me now. We'll cut into this guy. I have high hopes for this thing, but we'll see. No, it's crumbling. Dang it. Oh, it did indeed crumble. I got a generous piece there. Dust it with some powdered sugar. There. I'm going to give this a try. I'll turn this up so you get to see my reaction. I have a mess here. Let's give it a try. Got a piece with a bit of the crust. It is very chocolatey, very rich. I can pick up on the hazelnut. It's good. I don't know if it's Royale, but yeah, it's definitely chocolatey. It's definitely rich. It's okay. It's kind of a mess. Hopefully the other pieces will come out better. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd say about a 7. Not the best I've ever had. It's not the worst, but it didn't quite live up to my expectations. It is what it is. I had hoped to go out on top with this cheesecake. As you might guess, this is the end of the line for the cheesecakes. But I did say I only had 4 cheesecakes in my collection. Not only that, but I've kind of reached the end of the desserts. Sort of. This is the end of a series. Next time I'll be doing kind of a year in review episode. After that, I'll be launching a marathon of a new series. More about that soon. I will include the ingredients and the preparation for the chocolate royale cheesecake in the description below. If you have any questions or other feedback for me, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments. I really do love hearing from you. If you'd like to, you could let me know where it is you're watching from. I think it'd be fun to know how far-reaching my audience is. Thank you for joining me on my journey through the desserts and through the cheesecakes. I'll see you again next time. Bye. Cheesecake, munching on the cheesecake, munching.